Good morning, Year 4. We're on Tuesday, the 12th of January 2021. And today we're building on from our description work all about Boudica that you had yesterday. The idea today is to describe a character. And of course, our character is Boudica. I'd like you to take some time this morning to have a think about what you have written yesterday, making those connections. And also making connections to other heroes that you might have learnt about, that you might have seen on TV, or that you might have read. Have a think if any of the knowledge that you have of those characters also are applicable to Boudica. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, so just pause the video and have a chat with a family member, or take a little bit of time on your own to have a think about that. Okay. So as you can see on the screen today, I've added a little picture of Boudica in a warrior pose. So at this point, I'd like you to start thinking more about her personality and the kind of person that she is, and maybe a little bit about how the tribe would think about her. So on the left hand side, I put the heading of openers, and we briefly spoke about openers yesterday, about rather than saying she, or Boudica, thinking about different ways we can address Boudica and start a sentence. So I've got some examples for you today. We've got Boudica was, this brave woman was, she was, the Iceni Queen, brave bold Boudica. So think about today whether you can use any of those openers in your sentences. On the right hand side, I've also added a few more similes which you may want to choose today. So we've got her mind flickered like a flame. We've also got her mind was as restless as the sea. She was as breathtaking as the sun. And the last one, she had a temper as explosive as a gun. So all these similes help to describe Boudica's personality and her character, that she was always thinking, she was always planning, which made her inevitably a really good leader. Please use some of these similes and openers today to help you develop your writing of Boudica. So in the middle, I've given you some openers that you can steal from me. Please feel free to use these. But underneath, I would expect that you are using some of my similes, some of the openers to write some of your own. Or alternatively, you may use them to develop the sentences that you can see on the screen. So let's have a start. So first of all, I've written, bold, courageous and fierce Boudica scanned her mighty army. Hundreds of loyal men gazed at her, admiring her strength and power. Lava red hair flowed from her head like a freshly erupted volcano, and her scarlet soft cloak billowed in the wind like waves in a storm. Those sentences really do describe Boudica. But could you add some of the similes on the end? So, for example, on the first one, bold, courageous, and fierce Boudica scanned her mighty army. Her mind was as restless as the sea, and her mind flickered like a flame. Can you see, by adding some of these similes, we extend the sentence and make it more interesting? Let's try the next one. Hundreds of loyal men gazed at her, admiring her strength and power. She was as breathtaking as the sun, but she had a temper as explosive as the sun. Okay, so having a little play with the vocabulary that you have will extend the sentences. Also, of course, you have the openers on the left-hand side, which could equally be used to start the sentence, and maybe you could add some of the middle sentences to join them together. So that's the job today. Use what I've given you, type them up on the document on Purple Mash that I've sent you, or write them on a piece of paper and take me a photograph of what you've written and share them with me. Okay, good luck. I will look forward to seeing what you have done. See you tomorrow. Bye.